do that again? I push a button somewhere.
The go button.
How do I do
Go.
that again? I push a button somewhere. I should
And
make it
the go button.
How do I
go.
make a go button somewhere?
It is.
It's not going.
At least that's the way I imagine it.
Oh shit! Shit! Go you fucking! Sorry, I'm playing Dead by Daylight. I shit myself while I play this game.
Okay, I love Dead by Daylight. We have to play sometime.
Yes, good sir.
Okay, here we are live with Dungeons and Dragons and Icewind Dale and pardon the different look. I'm playing around with some things. I'm trying to find something that I like on this screen that makes
You need to make my face bigger.
Look beautiful. I need more Jeff. That's what I need. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. All right, so yeah. I don't think there's any announcements we have to make, do we? Can we just play?
Let's do it.
Do it?
Let's do it.
You want to do it?
Let's do it.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to, sir.
There's a chance we might have guest commentary.
Well, yeah, we've got some other people in our Discord channel with us. They're muted, but if suddenly they scream out in fear, you'll hear them. So last time on the Dungeons and the Dragons, you guys met Mr. Squirrel. You killed a giant named Doug, and ran away from his mate named Gag, and found yourself back in the town of Goodmead.
Goodmead.
And you were celebrated for having rescued everything. And yeah, there was no real. I think you were given one barrel of mead as sort of congratulatory. Thanks, guys. What's the plan now?
Go get Gag.
I was thinking the same thing. We might have to go back and eliminate her as well.
Yeah.
Why?
She's gonna get mad.
What did poor Gag do to you?
She chased us. We killed her mate.
Do to me.
You monsters.
Yeah.
You monsters. Okay. So, is that the plan then? What would you like to do? The villagers have, when we left, you guys had just reached here. Let's assume you've had a long rest, okay? So they've let you sleep in that temple again overnight, and Mr. Squirrel has stuck around with you. Because
Nice.
now, you can tell that, imagine being a squirrel in the woods and all the other animals don't fucking talk to you. And now you find these
He's got friends.
4 or 5
He'll turn
people,
into
4
a nut.
people, that, yeah, he'll go crazy. He will. He'll lose his nuts. He'll go nuts. So you wake up in the morning. I have to tell you that you've had a long rest, don't I?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Combat tracker. Menu. Right click. Rest.
The combat tracker?
Menu.
I'm on it. Rest. Long rest. All right.
Yay.
And everyone is 3rd level. If you haven't joined us previously, or you don't remember, everyone here is 3rd level. And there was some talk about heading further south to check out the Crash Star. Do you remember that?
I do.
Who's got bubbles popping?
Harry.
It's me. I'm popping bubbles.
I'm popping bubbles. 4 bubbles.
So
So,
in here today.
It looks like somebody fixed my spells. Whoever that was, thank you. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just confused.
it was me.
And I just realized.
I think I fixed yours and Harry's sheet.
Yes. I was getting frustrated trying to add the spells. Then I had to go to bed.
I'm
I
not
forgot about
guaranteeing that all those spells work properly, but they're there and they're lined up. So let's talk a little bit about your character, right? Because you're multi-class now.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
So we can do that quick. So Lander, just so we're aware of how all this works. So your pact magic can be used to cast any of your spells.
Right.
Paladin spells included. Right?
Yep.
And then that, I've tried to break up your spells across your different classes, so I apologize, but I'm trying to use that for your sake and my sake, so we can track where things are coming from.
That's what I was trying to do as well, and it just was not working when I was trying to add stuff in. So I'm not familiar enough with.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I get that, but I think we've got it. I think now where you've got,
I've got two spell slots for Paladin, and I've got one spell slot for Warlock. And the Warlock
but you could cast a Paladin spell with your Warlock
with my Warlock slot, yeah.
You understand that?
But not the other way around. I can't cast a Warlock spell, yeah.
As you level, you have to remember that your Warlock slots always cast at the highest level you can cast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can do a Wrathful Smite from a Paladin list at 5th level or whatever if I use the Warlock spell slot.
Exactly. It'll always be at the highest.
Yeah, I played a straight lock before, but I haven't done. This is my first multi-class, so.
No, well, there you go.
I'll be a little noobish for a while.
And then Harry, you're on your character, as you're relatively new to the game. Under your spells, you can always cast your first level spells with your second level slots, and some spells will have a greater effect if you cast them with your second level slot. So, like your Healing Word will heal more if it's cast with a second level slot. And your, I think that's the only one that's really affected on your list. Charm Person, I don't know if you can upcast that as well. But whatever the case, even if it's not a spell that becomes more powerful, you can always burn a second level slot to cast it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
So the Healing Word one is the only one I can cast at second level to buff it up, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Let me just
be in the descriptions.
Quick check here. No, Charm Person can also, when you cast this spell using a second level slot or higher, you can target one additional creature. So you could charm 2 people at the same time.
Fuck. Sorry.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Harry?
Yep, that makes sense.
You okay,
Sorry.
Fudge?
Damn squirrels.
Sorry, I breathed and swallowed at the same time.
Okay, the squirrel totally did that.
Stop trying to drown yourself.
Is there anything else we need? So hopefully all your abilities in that are up to date. I think we've got the character sheet straightened out. I know that was a bit of a challenge.
What about my magic?
What about your magic?
What about it?
Did you multi-class?
No.
Then you shut your mouth.
You're not going to yell Eldritch Blast all night tonight?
Do you know what? It's just like a cat to go, hey, what about me?
Eldritch Stab.
Eldritch Stab. Okay, so there we go. So let's see if I can bring up a map of... Let's see if I can bring up a map here. Let's just leave it at that. I go to images, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's an uncategorized. That's the problem. Icewind Dale player map. And we're gonna share this. Oh, I think my computer almost shit the bed there. Share. And you are currently at Goodmead.
Yes.
You can see this map, right?
Yes.
So south of Dougan's Hole is the area of mountains that you... south of Dougan's Hole is the area of mountains you saw your meteorite crash in.
Dougan's Hole is not a nice place. It stinks. I've been there. It's dirty.
Your firstborn son will be named Dougan. You know that.
I got infected there, as a matter of fact.
Not far from there.
Not far from there.
Okay.
I blame Dougan's Hole for the infection.
Wait, any more innuendo? What the fuck? Sorry.
I really think that's the squirrel's voice. I think anytime he interjects, that's the squirrel talking.
100%.
So, what's the next plan? I'll let you guys take it from here. You've woken up. It's morning, but it's not morning. Remember, the sun never comes up here anymore. The Aurora Borealis sort of sparkles across the sky, and the people of Goodmead are up and moving about, and you can see a whole bunch. Your good friend is getting a whole bunch of stuff ready to ship out to the different of her mead to ship out to the different towns. What was her name? Olivera, I think. Olivera.
Yes. Did we complete the quest, the mead for East Haven quest? I'm just in the notes here. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You took some barrels of mead to East Haven for them.
Yeah. So we've got Red Sky Fire, White Lies, and the Giant Bean.
I don't know what White Lies is. You guys are using your own notes for that, right? So
that's the one that we got with Ronaldo at the White Lady.
Oh, okay.
With the spirit, invisible dwarves and stuff and things.
Yeah, they're talking about invisible dwarves, not just in East Haven, but in other towns.
Yeah, and we just completed the giant one too.
Yes, you did.
Even though there's another giant out there.
She's out there.
She's out there, just waiting.
Mm-hmm. Always waiting. So you had heard that there were invisible dwarf problems up in Caer Dineval as well?
Yep.
From the seance. And then, of course, the meteor crashing to the south past Dougan's Hole.
Well, we're already close to the hole. You want to check out the meteor first?
You are close to the hole.
Yeah. Can we go like around the hole, not through it, please?
That's entirely up to you.
It's definitely worth the extra time to skirt the hole.
Some people might want to go to the hole.
Agni, stop.
I didn't say a word.
Okay, so.
All right, to the hole.
Okay, so you head out of Goodmead. Walking. The winds coming off of Red Waters are pretty strong today. Red Waters is a lake, but it's, of course, frozen. So there's nothing really to slow the wind down. So really a cutting, cold, biting wind coming off of Red Waters. And as you move through the dark night, it takes you about 4 hours of walking to reach Dougan's Hole. And when you get there, you can see sort of the shadows of this very, even smaller than Goodmead, this very small village tucked against Red Waters. Their docks are frozen in place, and there's just a cluster of dwellings perched on the edge of the icy sheet of Red Waters. The ice has buckled the shorter of its two piers, rendering the dock unsafe. The longer pier has two icebound keelboats tethered to it, totally immobile. You can see out on the water, though, dark shadows of hunched over people, still and unmoving.
Frozen?
You're not sure?
Sorry to interrupt. Go on.
No. They're certainly not moving at all. The village itself, there are just a few wisps of smoke coming up from the houses, and there is they're obviously burning whale fat here, whale oil. There's a bit of a nasty smell coming off of it. On the far side of the village, you can see standing stones. There are close to 20 standing stones. I'll just share this map with you so you can get an idea of what this little village looks like. See if I can zoom in here for everybody watching. So, there's sort of a triangular shape to these stones on the far side. And every so often a shadow of a person sort of skitters. No one seems to walk like a regular person here. They sort of crouched and shuffle, and or they look like they're limping.
They're scuttlers.
Yeah. And you'd be standing on a hill on the road just coming into town from Goodmead. It took you about 4 hours to reach here. If I hadn't said that already.
Got it.
Squirrel.
Mr. Squirrel on Courtney's shoulder is just like, fuck.
4-hour walk. God damn it.
Mr. Squirrel has not been walking. He's been riding Courtney the entire way. Literally and figuratively.
Oh my.
Now, was I the only one that came through Dougan's Hole on the way?
You didn't actually come through Dougan's Hole.
Okay.
Your little bit of story happened close to Dougan's Hole, but not.
Okay, so I didn't pass through.
No.
So, well, we'll go looking for an inn, I guess, somewhere to have a drink and settle down, I guess, and then we can go crash hunting.
Okay.
Find out why these people are all moving around all weird.
All right. Jeff, the little bit of walking that you did on the way here, you have there's something underneath your breastplate that has been bothering you. It's like a horrible itch.
Like a hive or a boil kind of thing.
Yeah, and you can't help but like think, if I could just find somewhere to take this breastplate off, that would be a welcomed opportunity.
Well, last time I had it off, I got chased out of a cave. I've never taken this thing off again.
So you come down into town and sort of look about, and the largest home sits right at the end of the there's sort of a boardwalk that comes up off the docks, and there's a large home. You would anticipate that to be the speaker's house, the speaker for Dougan's Hole. And as you pass through town, like drapes are drawn aside and people peer out at you quickly and then close the drapes. One of the things you've noticed on your way here as well, less and less foot traffic on the trail. The trail's still evident. Like, there's some traffic that comes and goes from this place, but like between East Haven and Goodmead, the road's pretty well traveled. There's a fair amount of foot traffic between the two places. But
Thank
this
you,
way,
Paperback. You're awesome.
very, very little.
Oh, you're so sweet.
You feel like maybe Dougan's Hole is it's off the beaten path.
But we haven't seen anybody other than like the scuttly appearances in the distance, right?
If someone not when you guys were outside of town, you saw every so often someone would move from like one building to another. But as you've come into town, everybody has remained sort of in their houses, only briefly like pulling back the curtain to take a quick look at you, and then if you sort of look in their direction, the curtain is quickly shut. Like they swing the curtain back across the window so that
it's a very welcoming village. Let's go kick in the door of the inn. I gotta get this breastplate off. Have a bath or something. I'm getting itchy.
So you reach the sort of frozen boardwalk right in the center of the town, and it runs between what you think is the speaker's house, sort of a fisherman's warehouse, and then out to the boats. And the wood here is frozen solid, and it's maybe only been shoveled or swept off. Not recently. Like it's been some time before anybody's taken the time to clear the planks well. But as you step up, you get off the ground and onto the boardwalk. You get a better look at the houses here, and all the houses, everything looks a little run down, a little more rural than you would expect.
So sort of the end of the line on the road, though, right? Around the lake?
Sure, yeah. You're right at the southern tip of the Redwaters.
Do we see anything obvious that would be a tavern or an inn, or
No,
should I start
nothing,
banging on doors?
nothing like that. The largest house in town, which you again
Well, yeah,
you assume is the speaker's house. This up to the south of it is a long sort of warehouse where during better seasons fishermen would have stalls and that.
and the warehouse is dark and like, there's no activity.
Nothing there. No.
All right, let's go bang on the. You guys
And
want to
there's
bang on the big house?
There's this sort of nasty smell of the
Yeast?
whale oil burning and sort of floating amongst the town.
Yeah,
Mr.
let's go.
Mr. Squirrel says that not the friendliest of places.
Hi there.
The friendliest of places. I think we should leave.
Oh, fuck, fudge.
Let's go see what's going on with this big house.
Hey, let's
Into
go.
Dougan's hole, you might have had a bit of red water. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say.
Why did we bring this one along again?
We bonded.
Did we?
I
Though?
busted his nut with my hammer.
Oh, that's
We
right.
bonded. We bonded.
There was bondage, yes.
So you reach the front door of this larger house, and you're just about to sort of walk up to the door and knock when a little girl runs in front of you.
Nope,
Her hair,
I'm out.
No, I keep going.
Her
Nope.
hair,
I
her
don't
hair's
stop.
sort of windblown, and she quickly runs over and starts pounding on the door frantically.
Is this? Sorry.
I think this is a ghost.
I poke her in the shoulder.
Do you poke her?
Yeah.
She turns around and looks at you, and she looks up at you, and as she does that, she says, "Who are you? Where have you come from?" And you can see that her, as she speaks to you, her teeth, like she has summer teeth.
Some are this way, some are that way.
Exactly. Some are not there at all.
Some are there, some are not. Yeah.
They're stacked up on each other. She has a mouth of very awkward looking teeth. Also, her one eye is a little droopy and doesn't really look at you. And
Is her father her brother?
she's
Uncle Dad?
She's very she's dressed in sort of rags. She doesn't look very well off. Yeah.
You got a pretty mouth.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna make you squeal like a piggy.
She's a child.
I didn't mean
Yeah,
her
could
specifically.
we maybe not talk like that about a child, please? Let's draw a line. Let's draw a line in the sand, in the snow. That's
So
not
squirrels are
happening.
okay. Okay, I get it now.
I'm a non-sentient being.
So
Doesn't
with
count
as
for me, but for you. Shh.
she looks at you, waiting for a reply, the door opens a crack, and a woman looks out. Again, not a. She's looked like she's had a very hard life. Her skin, she's obviously been frostbit about the face numerous times. There's scarring, and she looks at you.
She's
And
been out in a couple of
says,
cold snaps.
what's going on? Who are you? And then she realizes the girl is with you, and she seems to recognize her, and she says, "You should be home with your parents. Keep inside, keep warm. You know that."
Speaking of keeping warm, where should we stay? Where's the inn?
What's your business here?
Well,
there is no inn in Dougan's Hole.
all right. So where can we stay for the night?
As you say that, the little girl turns to this person who's come to the door and interrupts your conversation, and she says, "It's Papa. He's not well. He's very sick and in a lot of pain." To which the woman at the door says to the girl, "Your father is on his own. There are no healers. We haven't seen anyone of that kind For a very long time. You know that. Your mother knows that.
You're looking at one.
I can fucking tell.
What seems to be the problem?
The little girl looks at you and she says, Papa and my brothers, they're very sick.
Are they all okay? What are they sick with?
Their guts hurt.
When's the last time they pooped? That's what I always ask the kids.
When she says their guts hurt, you can't help but sort of sympathize.
Feel some pain. I think we should take a look at these people.
Oh, really?
Well, I do have Cure Wounds as a spell.
When was
I
the
may
last
be able to
time you
help.
pooped, Lander?
About 30 seconds ago.
Hmm.
It was an air poop, though. It doesn't count.
What the fuck?
An air poop?
You see, let's play Dungeons and Dragons together. Let's do it on a Wednesday. We'll run Icewind Dale. Let's do that. And then this. And then this.
I don't roleplay very well. I kill stuff, I guess. I don't know.
And inquire about poop.
Yes, you do. You do. Just believe in yourself.
Thanks, Squirrel.
No problem.
He's my true friend.
All right.
Take me to your papa. Show me your daddy.
So
Take me to your daddy.
she literally grabs you by the hand and pulls you through the village to a small house.
I before we leave, I tell the lady behind the door that I'll be back to talk about manners when I'm done.
I follow Lander.
She says something under her breath that you don't catch as she shuts the door.
Do I catch it?
No. You're sure it wasn't nice.
Bitch.
I did.
We aren't nice too.
She said the
sure.
door's closed.
So here's this small house. It leans a little bit. At most, it has 3 rooms. Inside, you can hear the grunts and groans of someone in obvious pain.
I hope it's pain.
The little girl opens the door and goes into a dimly lit room. When the door of the house opens, an immediate smell of body sweat and burnt whale oil and rotten meat come out.
Lovely.
My perfect smells. Sorry. Sorry.
It reminds me of your nuts.
If your nuts smell like that, you should get them looked at.
Oh, he's had him looked at. He showed me. Remember? He showed all of us.
Mr. Squirrel's nuts are immaculate. Don't be like that. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
That's all you need to
they've
say.
been polished that much. Of course they're
Say
immaculate.
no more. Say no more.
All right.
So the door to the dilapidated house sort of hangs open, and the wind blows it, and it creaks a little bit open a little bit more.
I'll find something to cover my face with and head on in.
Okay. You come into a common room for the family. There's a table with with 5 chairs up around it. There is a fireplace in the corner that has not burned wood in a very long time, but instead has a metal pot where whale oil is burning and giving a little bit of heat into the room.
I guess
There are 3 other doors off of this. One appears nothing more than a closet door, and the other 2 you're guessing to bedrooms. Sitting at the table with her hands sort of fingers deep in her greasy hair is a woman. She's just staring down with her hands clutching her head. You can tell that her face is blood splattered. There's very fresh blood over her face, and she is tear streaked and looks up at your entry. You can tell that her teeth are as well like her daughter's, not particularly well formed, and she has one ear that is very noticeably small, very tiny.
But her eyes are okay.
Yeah, her eyes appear okay. Her hair is filthy. This woman has not bathed in a very, very long time, and a body odor is coming off of her that's quite ripe.
Damn.
As you
Gwyneth, where are the kids?
as you look at her, you then hear a groan again come from one of the other doorways that probably leads to a bedroom, and just a little pat against it, saying, "Mama, can I come out now? Mama, can I come out now?" And the little girl is like clutched against her mum like this.
Oh, what appears to be the problem then?
My family. He's been sick for days. It came out of him.
What came out of him?
And she begins to sob again, and then there is an ominous thump, not from behind the door where you heard the young boy's voice, but from the other door. Something thumps against the door.
What's in that room? Is that what came out of him?
The mum shakes her head, and the little girl looks at you, and she says, "The red thing that came out of Papa."
Where did Papa find the red thing?
Also, how did it come out of him?
It came out of him, and she holds up her belly and sort of pulls up her shirt a bit and motions to her belly.
Like,
she nods at you.
gross.
How long ago did Papa find the red thing that was in his belly?
At that point, there's another pat at the door, not the one that had the ominous thump, but where the boys are, and you hear the boy's voice again, and he says, "Mama, Dustin doesn't look too good. I don't want to be in here with him anymore, Mama."
And the boys? They have the red thing as well.
"They have a bump," says the little girl.
Bump. What kind of bump?
"On their belly. They have a bump on their belly.
Like what your daddy had?
Like what my daddy had.
Is the bump itchy by any chance?
It hurts them.
Was it itchy ever?
I don't know."
Is...
I should have a look, I think. I think I should check the room Papa's in first.
I don't know if Papa's the one in there, and I kind of gesture to the blood-soaked woman.
Right. But if Papa's not in there, what's in there needs to be put down.
Yes. Okay. How about you guys just move into the corner here, and we'll
lock him in the closet. Shove him in the closet and brace the door shut.
You do that? You open the one door.
I
It
open
is
the
a
closet. Yeah, I offer them.
just...
I motion them to get in the closet.
So
We're gonna check on Papa.
The little girl, the mother's almost catatonic. The little girl's like, "Mama, come, Mama, come," and she pulls her mum into the closet with her.
Hang on. Before you lock yourselves in there, let me see your stomachs.
The
And
little
your
girl
chest.
shows hers, and the mother can't take her fingers out of her hair. The little girl kind of waits for none of the men to be looking, and then will lift her mom's sort of skirt up so Jade can see. There's no bumps. There's no visible bumps. They're filthy though. They're filthy, but there's no visible bumps.
Okay. All right. You go in there. We'll see what we can do. Okay.
Before we go in there, I'm gonna take my breastplate off real quick.
Okay.
See if I have any bumps.
In the light, You don't
Yeah.
see any. You don't feel any.
You have a lump.
Beknownst to you, you can feel something getting there. There's something hard beneath the surface, Jeff.
All right.
Do you do this in a way that we can see? Like,
I don't.
Well,
hide
you would
anything.
see him taking his breastplate off.
Yeah.
Like that would be.
and you're-
I got a bit of a rash. I think I'm chafing from the breastplate. I think.
and you want to
I have
take your breastplate off now,
I needed to make an adjustment to the underpadding.
sir.
Mr. Squirrel's like, I'm just going to wait in the closet.
Okay, Mr.
And-
Squirrel. Try
And-
not to
and
get
then,
eaten.
Keep your
Before
nuts
you
safe.
Before you close it, he goes in with the little girl. You can hear him going like, "So, I'm Squirrel." I'm trying to make awkward small talk with her.
All right, I'll buckle back up. We'll talk later. But let's deal with this now.
Ooh.
As
I help him
you're
buckle up.
You're about halfway getting your armor on, and there's another sort of ominous thump against what you assume is the father's door.
I'm helping him get buckled up real fast while we're talking about this.
Yeah.
We're having a very, very good discussion when we finish with whatever's
Once
in
we
there.
get to the bottom of this and figure out the timeline, yes, we'll have a talk.
All right. Buckle, 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 buckle,
Buckle, buckle, buckle, buckle.
Okay.
Prep. Should we roll initiative?
You're all done up. You're all done up.
All right. Everybody take your places. Let's kick in the door and see what's going on.
I mean, whatever's in there is right behind the door.
Is the thumping the door or the wall or the floor, or we're not sure?
The first one was definitely on the door. The second one was sort of beside the door.
All right. Well,
So when you
Throw the door
reach
open.
when you reach the door, both doors are latched from the outside.
I get an arrow ready. If anything is hostile, I'm going to shoot it in the face.
Okay.
Or the face-like area, in case it does not have a very obvious
So
face.
so you're getting an arrow ready. Agni, you're getting a spell ready. What is Courtney doing as everyone moves towards this door?
Mostly cowering behind everybody else.
Okay.
I'll pull out my little rapier, but I'm definitely afraid.
Okay. So you've got rapier in hand. If anything gets close to you, you're going to stab it. And
Just not the squirrel.
who's doing the door?
I got the sword out. I'll do the door.
Okay. So you undo the latch.
Unless somebody wants to pull the door, and I'll have the shield and sword ready and jump
You-
in the doorway.
Undo the latch and sort of
I'll do that.
creak the door open. There is a small bedroom on the other side. There is a bed, obviously the parents' bed. There is a man lying, not in it like sleeping, like he's perpendicular to the bed. His legs hang over, and you can see them. He's barefoot right now. He has a pair of what looks to be filthy pants on. And his upper body is laid across the bed, and there is a very large gaping wound just below his rib cage, and there is a fair amount of innards and blood scattered all over the bed. But with a little bit of light in the room, there's a knocked over lantern that's lying on its side, and the bit of light that it's shining, you can see that there was a great. It was like a small explosion. Like there's stuff everywhere on the walls,
On the walls and
roof,
the ceiling.
the ceiling.
Yeah.
And just in you don't have an opportunity to take a shot or anything, but something in the back corner of the room sort of skitters across the floor behind the bed.
I have aliens in my head now.
It was not big, it was tiny. It was like a little bit bigger than Mr. Squirrel.
Well, what'd you say?
But big enough to make a giant gaping wound in the abdomen. It's not a pretty sight, and we sounds like we may have a couple more in the other room pretty soon.
You hear
There's
from
definitely
you
something
hear from the other room.
non-human alive in here.
You hear a groan, and you hear a voice like, "Mom, is that you, Mom?"
Well, maybe we should latch the door now we know that the Papa's dead and go see if we can do anything for the boys. What do you think?
Yeah,
And then we can always come back and exterminate whatever's in here.
that's a good idea.
All right. I'll make sure the thing doesn't come running at the door, and I'll close and relatch the door.
Okay.
Let's go check on the boys.
All right. So you go to that latch.
Yep.
You undo that.
Yep.
So as you do that, you open the door against a weight, and then something shifts just on the other side of the door. As a boy, maybe 14 years of age, sort of slides away from the door so that you can get in. You can see a very distended stomach, and he's not even able to walk. He just sort of slides on the floor. The floor is just packed dirt, so he's crawling with his fingers in the dirt to let you in. There are 2 beds in this room, as well as sort of a hammock that's hung. That sort of goes. So if the 2 beds go with the doorway, the hammock hangs opposite that. In one of the beds, you can see a shape curled up, its back towards you, and making obvious sort of groaning sounds. And then you can see beneath its clothing, there's movement, like something in its belly, almost like a baby pushing out a hand or a foot when a woman's pregnant. Some sort of bulge, sort of
Distension.
Yeah. And as it does that, he lets out. He's barely conscious. You think he lets out sort of just a. Oh.
I don't think a cure wounds is going to fix this.
I don't believe so, no.
Perhaps if we cut it out, we could save the boy.
It's possible. I don't know anything about that, though.
The boy on the ground beneath you looks up. He goes, "Who are you? Where's Mama?
I'm Lander. What's your name?"
Did Mama say we could come out of the room now?
No. You need to stay in
We
here.
need to stay in the room, but we're here to help.
Please, I don't want to be in here with him. Let me out of the room."
I will stay between you and him.
Okay, what do you do?
So did you and your brother and your papa all go somewhere together and find something, and then you guys got sick a little while later?
We were hunting, trapping.
Whereabouts?
He says just outside, west of town.
How long ago was that?
About 2 months. And this thing in the snow, it chased us. It hurt us, but we escaped.
What did it look like?
You wouldn't believe me.
I'll describe what I think it is, and ask him if it looked like that.
Well, what do you describe? You tell me.
The thing, the thing.
Yeah. So do you know what that thing looks like?
I can Google it. It's reptilian.
Yes. He describes a large red toad attacking them in the snow.
And that rings a bell
Yes.
for me.
Yes. You and your caravan had a similar encounter.
Yeah. Not too far from here. out in the
No.
snow.
To the west of here is the pass that you came into Icewind Dale on.
But that wasn't 2 months ago. That was more recent.
I'm
Yes.
watching Lander this entire time, like, you motherfucker.
How much more recent? Just out of curiosity. How much time do I have?
I'm not sure. Just a second here. They're a good month ahead of you, Lander.
Okay. I've got a bit of time.
How did it hurt you? What did it do?
You licked it, didn't you?
No, it had it. Look, it had big claws. It got me by the ankle. He points to his ankle. You don't see any wound there, so chances are that wound is healed in the time between whenever the attack occurred and now.
After he grabbed your ankle, then what happened?
I ran very fast. You can also tell that the boy that you're talking to, he has some problems too. His one arm looks a little smaller than the other. Not to the point that it's like a little Smurf arm and a regular sized arm, but his one arm looks a little what's that
Like
show?
Deadpool when he got his arm blown off and he grew the baby arm back.
No, I was thinking,
Take
what's
that
that?
strong hand.
Oh, scary movie.
No, give me the other one.
Take my strong hand.
Give me the other one.
So his one arm is obviously not well formed.
Well, he's 14. He would definitely have one overdeveloped arm, I think.
By this time, yes.
Yeah. Unless he's ambidextrous. But anyways.
Hell yeah, brother.
Was it itchy for a bit?
Was it itchy?
Yeah.
Yeah, my stomach itched for a long time and hurt.
And I make eyes at fucking Lander. I'm like,
Hey,
Hey!
now you catch it on.
At that point, the boy on the bed begins to convulse.
oh, fuck.
We should tell the kids to wait inside and just go outside and set the house on fire.
Look at the flowers. Look at the
We
flowers.
need to purge them.
Take the boy outside. I'll run the other one through.
Well, this one's got the same issue.
Well, if
As
he
you
doesn't see what happens,
discuss it, you hear an unnerving crack, and like a gout
Shield
of
up.
blood shoots up the wall out of the one boy on the bed.
I'm hiding behind Lander.
I bull rush.
What are you bull rushing?
The abdomen of the boy on the bed.
Okay.
Shield smash. I don't
Do you
know.
do
See if
that?
I can catch it. I'm gonna see if I can catch it when it comes out.
I pull out a
Or-
dagger and cut into the other boy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stab him. I'm just gonna stab him right in the stomach.
to try and remove whatever is coming.
Okay. Hold on a second. So Lander moves to the bed where the kid's convulsing and like just drives his blade into his abdomen.
Well, not all. I don't want to run him through. I just want to make a hole and hopefully impale
Okay.
the thing.
Okay.
If I can see where it's coming out.
So Lander's moving to the bed. Jade is in the doorway. Our bard and our wizard are standing outside of the room looking in.
They're probably going to close the door behind us and set the house on fire, like they said.
As Lander does that, the boy on the floor begins to try to crawl out of the room.
I flip him over and start trying to cut out whatever's inside of him.
The boy that's trying to crawl out of the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nail on his neck so he can't get away.
So...
Murder hobo happening. Let's do this.
It's not even.
Let's-
I'm trying to do surgery.
Let's
With a longsword.
let's
Have
roll
dagger.
initiative. And we'll see. We'll let initiative tell us the track. So if I don't have a map, this will put it on the combat tracker. There we
Theater
go.
of
Okay,
the mind.
That's right. And then we're gonna do an initiative roll.
I'm gonna have to
Oh,
change
I
my
just realized
character
I've been
name.
muted.
This whole time.
Okay. So first things first, Lander. As you
Yes.
reach the bedside, the boy sort of unnaturally arches his back from feet to head, like a U,
Coup de grace.
and an already bloodied belly explodes, and a creature flies out in your direction.
I'm ready to swipe at it.
So let
What
me
does it look
just
like?
Can you share it?
the image.
Yeah.
How do I share the? I can share the token. Can I?
If you go to the NPC sheet, usually
It
on
does
the second
not
tab,
have an image. I checked.
then you
I can
draw-
describe to you what looks like a large, bright blue tadpole with clawed feet that it can sort of run with.
Another option, you can drag the token onto the map and just enlarge the token. Like Dougan's whole map.
Here we go. We'll do that. This is a red one. The one that's that you're. How do I make it the token bigger?
Hold control and roll your wheel.
There we go. So the one that comes out of this boy is blue though.
Okay.
But the creature that attacked them was red.
They described a red creature that attacked. Okay, so this thing comes flying out at you. It sort of lands on Lander. And how do I know if it's targeted Lander?
It'll say on the combat tracker.
So how do I have it target Lander? I had to hit control and click on Lander?
Hold, yeah, click if token, and it should work.
Yeah, I think it did it. I think it did it. Okay. Lander, a 22.
22. That. Let me get my character sheet open. That's a hit.
So, for those of you outside of the room, this is like something out of a B-rated horror flick. There is so much blood. There is so much gore. It just the poor boy explodes, and this overgrown tadpole sort of flutters out of the yuck, lands on Lander's shoulder, and just bites down on him. And it deals some damage to Lander.
6.
6.
Wow.
And it's like on your shoulder, my man. At that point, we're gonna go down to Courtney.
I'm gonna try to run over and stab this thing on Lander's chest. Or
Okay.
on the neck.
So as you sort of, you have to kind of step over Jade. She's got this boy pinned to the floor. She's trying to roll him over. You pass by him and reach Lander, and you can go ahead and try to stab this thing.
Okay.
Do you know how to target if we're just using the combat tracker?
Yeah, we're using I assume it's unidentified creature 3, right?
That's correct. That's the one on Lander.
Okay.
You are also
You got me targeted as well.
What? How did that happen?
I don't know. I had Abigail
You.
targeted
Oh,
somehow, but I don't know.
now you're targeting Abigail.
Oh, gosh.
So just there you go.
Yay.
You're just on it now.
Don't click anything else except your attack.
14. That hits.
Sweet.
So give me some damage with your sweet rapier, Courtney.
Let's see. That didn't work.
Too far to the right.
Oh, that didn't work. Too far. Okay. Oh. Oh, look at that. Stab.
Nice. So you put your rapier, you stab it good, but it does not die, and it is latched onto Lander like a pit bull or something like this. Rawr.
Give me a hickey like my prom date.
Jade, your turn.
Gonna try to do some emergency surgery here with no training.
So I want you to roll athletics. I'm going to give you a DC of 13 to get the boy rolled over.
Oh, go through his back if you have to. Don't waste time rolling him over.
I mean, can I see it through his back?
No.
Just got to stab a bunch of times until you hit it.
So Jade rolls him over, and he has a very large distended belly.
Dagger. Into it.
Okay. Roll to hit. Do you have... Actually, you know what? Before you roll to hit, just give me a medicine check.
1.
Okay. So you slide your blade in and sort of make almost like a cesarean cut across the bottom of this bulge. And immediately he cries out in pain and passes out as his skin just sort of, all that pressure underneath, the skin just sort of retracts back over this sack just beneath his skin. It just pulls back and retracts over it. And this, you can see the thing that's on Jeff just tried to bite its way out of the sack inside of him up at you. It does not break the sack though.
Okay, I'm gonna stab it if I still have an action.
Yes,
That's
I'll give you your action.
Okay, I'm gonna stab it, and then I'm gonna use Wails from the Grave to hit the one that's on Lander.
Okay, I'm gonna give you advantage to hit the one that's in the sack.
Okay.
In the boy that you're...
Nice.
Okay, so you jab down on this one.
He's not on the tracker, so I can't...
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'll add him to the tracker. Just a moment. You should see unidentified creature 2. He's down on the tracker, but I've...
Yep.
Okay.
He's the healthy one.
So if you roll damage, I can add it to him, right?
Do I get sneak attack for this?
Yes, you do, because you had advantage.
Okay.
It can't go anywhere, right? It's in some kind of sack underneath the boy's... Yeah.
It's in a net.
I know, it's just such a
Essentially.
weird...
We should have maybe given a warning to anyone viewing before that we started watching.
You should have given a warning to me!
I feel like I've almost...
By the way, you're going to help birth a disgusting tadpole creature.
This reminds me of Tasha's birth.
Okay,
We're going to have to rename you Slad the Impaler.
Bree, your blade comes down into the sack, and you hit something. And as you do that, it bursts, and sort of this reddy-colored pus blows out the sack everywhere. With your medicine check, you also notice this boy, his organs have been kind of gnawed on, it looks like. He's died while you've done this.
Oh, well, I should have just stabbed him.
But the creature that's in him stops moving as well. And then sorry, because I'm not familiar with Jade's subclass. So what happens to transfer this necrotic energy across onto the other one?
It says, as you nudge someone closer to the grave, you can channel the power of death to harm someone else as well. Immediately after you deal your sneak attack damage to a creature on your turn, you can target a second creature that you can see within 30 feet of the first creature. Okay. Roll half the number of sneak attack dice for your level, rounded up, and the second creature takes necrotic damage equal to the roll's total.
All right. So you harness this new power of yours, and the creature that's on Lander kind of lets out a squeal as you do that. It's not dead though yet, the one on Lander.
So I don't know if everybody would hear this, but wails of the dead are sounding around the room. Like
spirits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. which does not take away from any of the other eeriness.
Mhm.
Mr. Squirrel.
Mr. Squirrel in the closet, like,
Freaking out.
there's everything going on in the other room, and you can like hear him just like, oh my god. And he is not a calming factor in the closet.
This is not happening. This is not happening. I just want to be in the tree with my nuts. What the fuck?
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, we're keeping this.
I think we should leave. Just a thought, people.
Abigail, you're out in the living room. You can hear Mr. Squirrel in the closet.
Shit is not going as we planned.
Oh my god, Fudge.
What does Abigail do?
Abigail listens to fucking Squirrel. That's what she does.
Robbie, I went Phantom Rogue.
The one on Lander?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a hit. Oh, this is working out very well.
Fucking dying.
Okay, the thing on his shoulder like takes some more necrotic damage and sort of shrivels and falls off.
I'm still stabbing the kid in the bed because I want to do something.
Yes.
Should we stab Lander?
Not yet. I got another month or so.
So it gets to Lander's turn, and Lander, you hack at the kid in the bed.
No.
Just desecrating a 12-year-old's corpse.
No, I'm going across the hall to the other room.
Okay.
I'm going to deal with the third tadpole.
So Lander quickly exits the room. As he passes Abigail, Abigail can see like the insides of the boy, just like the mother had splattered blood. Lander's armor just covered in ooh. You reach the door and you open the other door, Lander.
Yep.
Do you want to make a perception check for me?
Sure. That would be under abilities. I think. Nope. Skills. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Very nice. You got a really good roll. So you know that you last heard that thing behind the bed. You move past the knocked over lantern. You come around the end of the bed. Your blade's ready to cut whatever is there. And when you reach there, you can see a small hole chewed in the side of the wall of the house.
To outside?
Fuck.
To the outside.
How thick are the walls?
They're down.
The walls are not very thick at all.
I'll see if I can just blast through.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
You dick. Sorry. Sorry.
Mr. Squirrel, you bitch. Sorry. The little girl's like, what? Lander crashes through the side of the wall, and the house is so sort of off its sort of what would you say that its
Kilter?
footings that like as you come out. Thank you, Affy. As you come out, you get into the snow, and the bedroom roof just sort of sags in behind you, and you see a blood trail for maybe 6 or 7 feet, and then these 2 little strange footprints in the snow, moving down the laneway that you've burst out into. And there's obviously a drag of a little tail behind it.
Well, I'll try and
I'll send Koff to help him.
follow it.
Okay, I think we gave you plenty of stuff to do on your turn. So back to Courtney. Courtney, you see Lander leave the room. You've no sooner wounded and your friends killed the thing that's on him. He leaves the room, crashes into the next room, and then you're not sure, but you think he went through a fucking wall. Like you just hear a really big boom, yeah. You are in a room now, the walls painted in horrible, ghastly, macabre, guts and blood. Two
They-
boys.
You said
Two
there's
boys
no
lie
way that...
motionless.
Okay, so they're dead for sure, right? They can't be
No,
fixed up.
they're done. They're done.
All right, I'm gonna get out of the gore room, and I'm gonna go towards the noise. I'll chase after Lander.
Okay.
Uh,
So you run into the bedroom. The roof in the one corner has collapsed, and there is a narrow, sort of awkwardly shaped opening that you can kind of wiggle your way out of if you want to try to get out into the lane.
It's not a man-sized hole like the way I ran through it in the cartoons.
No, like you ran, you ran,
Kool-Aid
and the
when you-
roof came down behind you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze out of there, and if I can, I'm gonna heal Lander.
Okay, go ahead and do that. What are you going to cast on Lander?
One of those healing things.
One of those
Word.
healing things, healing word.
Yeah, there we go. So, I'm targeting him.
Yep. I'm not sure how you make it a level 2 healing word.
Neither do I, so I'm just gonna do level 1.
There you go. He gets a little.
Minimum
When you-
heal.
Sweet.
Instead of pressing the button, if you press and hold and move, you'll actually drag a dice out of the box, right-click once, and it'll add a second dice, and then just roll it on the chat window.
I
I
see.
see. Okay, so but you are healed for 4, Lander.
Wait,
Yes.
I'm holding all these dice. I don't want to drop them and then heal him. How do I deselect them?
You roll them anywhere but the chat window or the combat tracker.
Oh, got it. Thanks.
Okay, Jade.
I'm gonna be very annoyed. Rather
Your
than
dagger, your blade is still in whatever's in this boy.
Is it? Yeah, it's dead. So I'm just
It's
gonna.
not moving. No.
Yeah.
Collect some bones.
No, that seems macabre. I'm gonna get up and.
You're right,
use-
Nathan. The house was not Mike Holmes approved.
I'm gonna use feline agility to catch up with Lander.
All right.
Damn DIYers building their own
So
houses.
you find Lander and Courtney around the back of the house. Just as I described them, there is a blood trail where like the last of the blood kind of wiped off this creature onto the snow, and then footmarks and a tail trail leading off down the alleyway. Not much of an alleyway. I mean, this is a small village, right? But just between the buildings.
Okay. Can we track it?
You can try to. Do you want to make a survival check?
Yeah.
Can I assist her?
You certainly can. Give
Can I
yourself a-
bardically inspire her to track this?
You can
thing?
do all of the above. You can do all of the above. So, so take off one of your bardic inspirations, and Jade can roll with advantage on her survival check. You find a trail headed towards that big warehouse down by the docks.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to dash, and
Okay.
so
So
like
you're like trail. You and Courtney are looking, and it's like there. Pew! After it.
yeah, because I can do like 180 feet in a turn if I want to.
I'm going to move on to Mr. Squirrel. Mr. Squirrel can hear everyone leaving and knows Abigail is left and pleads for Abigail not to leave him behind in the closet with the freaked out people.
Do leave me behind. I know you can hear me. Get back here and make sure you get this cupboard door open, please. I do not want to be here with whoever I'm here with because, yes, they're crazy.
And they smell.
So,
The little girl in the closet even goes, "Please take your furry thing."
I hope she takes this fucking furry thing. You're fucking honking. You're stinking. And your teeth are this way, that way, forward and backwards over the Irish Sea. Come and get me! Someone, please.
Abigail, it's your turn.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna catch up to the rest of the party at least.
You leave the scroll in the closet?
No, I'll take the scroll with me.
So-
You take the scroll. So you open the closet. The mother is still like sort of catatonic, hands in hair. The little girl, though, I mean, she's terrified of what she heard going on. She's just as terrified of the squirrel ranting at the doorway. And as you open and let Mr. Squirrel out, there is a noticeable. She calms a little bit, but still in a state of panic. Mr. Squirrel climbs up on your shoulder, and he accompanies wherever Abigail goes this round.
Thank fuck for that.
Alright, do I have to take a dash action to catch up with the party?
Probably, yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. So I'm going to say that the party's together now on the street, moving towards the warehouse. Jade is already at the warehouse. Jade, you find the warehouse is not in the best of shape. So you find a piece of the wall that's got a bit of a split in the wood, and you're pretty sure the thing went into the warehouse here.
Well, I'll go in on my turn.
Okay. You can't fit through where it went through.
I'm a cat. If my whiskers can fit, I can fit.
My whiskers can fit. Well, your whiskers can't fit.
Ah, fuck.
But the doors to the warehouse are locked. But you know you
You're
have skills.
thiefy.
Yeah, I'll just pick the lock.
Okay. You want to give me a open locks check? Or a thieves tool check, rather? Oh, yeah. So as everybody reaches the warehouse, with just a flick of her wrist, Jade unlocks the door.
I say we burn it down.
It's the only way.
We got to burn the whole village. It's the only way to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are we going to leave you in one of these huts while we do it?
No, it's fine. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
Something. Yeah, I don't. That's fine. I need to find a healer. But it's fine.
Okay, so the door opens.
In we go.
You step into a very long, narrow corridor. It's not a corridor with walls. It's a corridor, like down the center, there's all these boats and nets piled that have been brought in due to the bad weather. There's fish hooks of all varying sizes hanging from the ceiling, chains, ropes, etc. And the entire room is just packed with all of the fishermen's supplies, and there's a very narrow sort of laneway that comes from your doorway and weaves its way through all this stuff.
I guess we start hunting.
Okay.
I'll send
Whereabouts did it
to
go
around
in?
the area.
How far from the door?
Okay,
is
so
the-
you send your bird in?
Mhm.
Where's the bird going? Up into, like, the rafters? Is it flying? Is it landing
Yeah,
on a boat? Is it, like, what
He's
would
gonna
you
search
like?
through the rafters.
Okay, so he's, like, fluttering up through the rafters. And actually, as he flutters into the rafters, a few other birds that are resting in there sort of flutter and go out through small holes in the roof, as this building is in a fairly ill state of repair. What does the party do?
How far from this door is where the crack that the thing went through, or the window, or whatever it was?
Not far. Maybe within 10 feet of the doorway that you've entered.
I'll start tracking it from there.
Okay, so you go and try to find where the crack. Yeah, once inside here, there's so much crap packed in here. You have a difficult time. You definitely can tell that it entered, and it looks like it went maybe up, but you're not sure. This warehouse is almost 200 feet long, guys, and close to 50, 60 feet across. So it has a lot of storage space. And just imagine there's these large, almost like barn-style doors down each side where fishermen could open and sort of have their own little workspace. But everything's been pushed in and the doors shut for the winter because they can't get out on the lake.
All right, let's burn it, and we'll circle the outside and see what comes out.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm good with that.
Seems the best course of action. Unless, and I pull out one of the fuzzy balls from my bag and throw it on the ground. What do I get?
Okay. Let's see what you get.
Some kind of
A
tracking.
panther!
A panther. Ooh.
Panthers are pretty...
So suddenly this big black cat appears beside you.
Oh, you're so cute. Now go find this gross thing.
And this is a friendly panther.
Is it a sex panther?
What?
60%
Yes.
of the time.
60% of the time
It
it
works
works every time.
60%.
I said it first.
I was waiting. I'm like, wait, what's the percentages again?
What is that?
Sometimes it works. When it works,
Anchorman.
it sometimes works, but it always
Anchorman?
sometimes works. Yes.
I didn't get the reference.
Of
I
course
stabbed
you
the guy in
didn't
the
because
heart
you're a
with a trident.
heathen.
I didn't either. I haven't seen Anchorman. I'm sorry.
What?
I hang my.
What
head in
is
shame.
wrong with
What's
you?
that, Baxter? You ate an entire wheel of cheese?
I'm
I
not
love
even
get
lamb.
angry.
That's
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 impressive.
impressive.
Even the squirrel gets it. Even the squirrel gets it.
I met a man in a tavern who I sold nuts to. His name was Mr. Burgundy.
Ronald. Big Ron.
Okay.
Yes, he
Fellow
said
jazz
yes.
flute player.
The panther looks up at you, Jade, kindred cat spirit, and what would you like the panther to do?
I'm going to indicate, sniff here and find what came through this hole.
Okay, hold on.
Go hunt.
Because they have advantage on...
Yeah, they have advantage on their perception when they're smelling.
Did you roll it or should I roll it?
I rolled it.
Okay.
It. Just because I have its character sheet.
Oh, I had
do
it
you
up
ha-
as well.
Oh, do you have access to it? I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Do you want
No,
to
it's
roll
okay.
then?
No. That's fine. It's already been rolled.
I did mine wrong anyways. Instead of rolling with advantage, it added them together. So Go ahead. You go ahead and roll with advantage, and I'll see what you get. Okay, so your panther starts sniffing at the entrance, and then looks up and sort of hops up onto a boat and is looking up into the rafters. With that, we're gonna roll initiative here. Let me just remember how to do that. There we go. Roll all initiative. Okay, so this is a bit of a surprise action, but a creature up in the rafters strikes out at a certain bird.
Oh no!
That's
Oh, God.
flapping. That's flapping about. So let me. I don't think I have Kosk on this combat tracker.
I don't have cost open.
That's okay.
There you go.
Is there a way to pull him onto the combat tracker?
Yeah, I opened them.
There you go. There you go. Okay. So I'm gonna put the turn here. Target it here. So this is a surprise attack. So it misses Kosk. Kosk is sort of hopping from one rafter to the next, and then he sort of comes upon there's a few feathers, some other bird has just died here, and he looks down the rafter beam, and down the rafter beam scampers the head of this tadpole toad-like creature, and quickly takes to the air, and this thing totally misses, and you hear it fall from the rafter. You guys don't see where, like you have a general idea of where it fell, but you hear it like it knocks over a paddle. Maybe there's a break of a pot, and you're going to have to climb over like a boat and some other things, a rowboat and some other things to get into the side of the warehouse where this thing crashed. So now we're going to go right to the top of the initiative, and Abigail goes first.
Cool.
You know where the creature fell, but you can't see it right now. You would have to climb over things to try to get there.
I know generally where he is, though.
Yes, you do.
Is he within 30 feet?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna burn everything.
I'm gonna burn everything. Agner Scorcher. Wow. Okay. Are you able to link what that like? This is maybe the
A line
first
of
time
flame, 30 foot long and 5 foot wide, emanates from you in a direction I choose. Each
Okay.
creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw or take 3d8 fire damage, or half on a failed save.
All right.
He didn't
It
fall
doesn't say
down
it
by
catches
us,
anything
did
on
he?
fire.
It doesn't say what?
It doesn't say it catches anything on fire either. So that's up to you.
Okay. Yeah. Well. I'm going to have this thing make a save. Did I just roll that?
I rolled.
Okay, but I wanted to give it a +5 because it has total cover. So
Okay.
I'll do the math here. Just give me a second. And what's your spell DC? Does it list it in here? Yes, it does. Here it is. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So your Scorcher, it like just burns a hole right through the boat that's sort of blocking you from the next aisle over. Burns a hole through that. It also burns a hole through a number of ropes that snap and pop and fall, and a few things fall from the ceiling, something like a lobster, like a lobster cage falls from the ceiling. A big iron hook falls from the ceiling, and then it hits a set of sacks on the other side, just incinerates them, and you're not sure if you hit it or not, because you can. It's like there's just so much going on as your Scorcher rips through. But it definitely made an easier passage for people to just walk in that direction.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
With advantage because of your familiar.
Yep. Oh, well, that sucked. If he does beat it, he's supposed to take half damage.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I will tell you though that with full cover, I'm going to give him basically evasion. So if he made his save, he didn't take any, and if he failed his save, he took half.
Cool.
So you blast your way through, and then you're not sure if you hit anything, and you don't see any movement. So Courtney, it's your turn.
Alrighty. How far away do I suppose that this thing is?
It's within sort of 30 feet of you. It fell from a rafter and landed maybe 30 feet of you, and Agni's Scorcher just like tore through all the debris. There is a burnt path, and some things they're not engulfed in flame, but there are some things smoldering.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to where I think that it was.
Okay.
Like if I use my full 30 feet of movement, do I encounter it? Do I see it?
Give me a perception check.
Cool, I know how to do that. Second.
Okay, so Courtney moves over there and has a look around. Give me 1 sec here. You don't see anything, Courtney. There's no sign of the flame hitting anything. Like there's no burnt creature. Did we just lose Courtney?
He got so mad at you
What's
saying
going
his
on
perception
here?
check sucked.
Hello?
Hello.
We can hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. That was perfect timing. So you said I didn't. Right?
You don't see anything. You don't see any signs of a dead tadpole, and Agni's Scorcher did a fair amount of damage. Was it 60 feet long or 30 feet long?
30.
Okay, so it didn't burn a hole in the side of the warehouse, but it certainly put a line of destruction down.
Okay. Am I able to like take out my rapier and just wait? I guess.
Okay, you can ready an action that if you see it within reach, you stab at it.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay.
If I ready an action but I don't stab at it, can I viciously mock it or?
You can ready a vicious mockery.
Okay, I'll do that just in case it's not within melee range.
Sure. Okay. So you ready to give it your worst?
Wait,
Jade?
sorry. Can I change vicious mockery to fairy fire?
Yeah, that's actually a good
I want to
idea.
make it light up so it can't get away.
All right. So you got fairy fire ready to go.
Fairy fire.
Jade?
How far away has all this nonsense been happening from me at the door?
Right beside you. Like you're all just standing inside the door. The Panther's on a boat beside you, and then like
She's on a boat, bitch.
she's on a boat. And yeah, half the warehouse in front of you has just been ignited in flame. It's just crackling and smoldering and but there's a clear path to walk into the general direction that you saw this thing.
I mean, okay. I guess I'll go look.
Okay.
60 feet of movement to head in that direction.
Oh, you've got lots of movement. So
Yeah.
give me a perception check. Okay. You don't see it, but you can hear something struggling. Like Agni had some things fell from the roof, some other things fell over in the blast of the Scorcher and everything, and it's under a pile of rubble, but something is moving down there.
Like, is it under a box?
Well, there's a couple paddles and maybe a shield, and it's all kind of piled over there, and something is. You think you can hear something. It's not doing it. It's trying. You can tell it's trying to be quiet, but your cat-like ears can hear it moving, like a mouse in the walls. You know where it is.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna use my feline agility and jump on it.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Why does it have to be athletics? Why can't it be acrobatics? I'm not strong.
So
I'm just jumping on it. I'm putting my weight on it.
You hit the shield, and something underneath the shield screeches, and just like a slippery ball, just like pops out from under the shield, and knocks over some paddles. And you can't see its head, but you can see its tail as it's trying to dig its way under more debris.
It's over here!
I've got it!
I don't got it!
Mr. Squirrel? Is Mr. Squirrel still with us?
Yes, I am here. Sorry, I was under some debris for 1 second.
Mr. Squirrel, you have noticed that the party has now brought out a large panther that's kind of eyeing you.
Stop! Where the fuck did this thing come from?
My bag!
It fits in your bag? Okay.
It's a.
Yes, everybody has a pouch panther.
I was gonna say a pocket pussy, but okay.
Oh.
Sorry, I do not get your reference. I am a squirrel.
So the unidentified creature gets to go, and you see its tail disappear as it burrows its way through more crap, and you think it must be in another little alleyway, as you can hear its feet like pitter patter as it takes a bit of a run.
It got out.
You still know approximately where it is, though, Jade.
It's out.
And it's Panther's turn.
Panther, go get it. Panther's gonna sniff with its snoot.
Yeah, give me. Tell you what, give me a perception check from the Panther with advantage, and then if you succeed this, you can then make a pounce attack.
Okay.
The Panther is not sure.
Fuck.
It has a rough idea, but not an exact location.
Should I?
All right. Well, it's gonna head that way then.
So it like leaps off the boat it's onto another boat and then
Yeah.
drops down in amongst some debris, and it's searching for the damn thing too. Remember, you're trying to find like something like the size of a mouse, or well, not quite a mouse, bigger than a mouse, but like a little raccoon, like in amongst all kinds of debris. Lander.
Yes.
Well, thanks
It's
for
your turn, my
joining,
man.
Black Dragon.
I'm
And
going after the
Boba
panther.
Fett's
I'm
butt.
on the hunt.
So in order to follow the Panther, you have two choices here. You can make an acrobatics check to work your balance across the boat and everything,
Hmm.
and you'll be right there with the Panther.
Or-
The alternative would be to be less climby and more smashy and make an athletics check.
I'm definitely more smashy. That's the way I'm built.
Yeah,
That's-
so
Even if
like
given
instead
the
of
option.
climbing over the boat, you cut
I'm
through
trying
the
to-
boat.
Yeah.
You do not keep pace with the Panther, though. You're getting close, but you're not close. Cost.
I will then Eldritch Blast what's in front of me. just
Okay, do
because
that.
I'm
Give me a
frustrated.
roll. Nope, totally give me a roll. If you can make that roll, though, with disadvantage, please.
Eldritch Blast, disadvantage. Oh, we'll go with a 4.
So your Eldritch Blast streaks into a pile of debris. Boom! There's shit flying everywhere again.
I'm trying to hit it with splinters.
Yeah, you have no idea if you hit it or not. Cost. Can Cost give me a perception check to see if he can see it from the rafters?
Yep.
He spots it. The Panther and Jade are the closest, and they sort of form a triangle. And there's a bit of a makeshift wall and netting between the two of them, the three of them rather.
Okay.
Because your bird can talk to you. I am doing. I'm hoping I'm doing. I haven't had a familiar in a very long time, so I think he can relay that to you.
I think so.
You get a feeling. Cost is giving you a feeling like your friends are close, and it's Abigail's turn.
So using Cost's little caulks or whatever,
Yeah.
I can pinpoint its location.
Not pinpoint, but you have
Within a 5 foot.
Oh,
radius?
absolutely.
Cool. I'm gonna snowball swarm him.
Nice. Okay.
Do you just want me to roll normally?
So, well, hold on a second. So, this creature has magic resistance, so it gets advantage on all saving throws. So, how do we do that? Will it do that automatically if you target it? And it has to make a saving throw?
Yes.
Apparently, yes. So, it looks like it was successful on its save.
Okay.
So, it takes half, though, correct?
Yep.
As you-
Are you calculate it?
As you pelt that down. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. Very nice. Okay. So you cast that, and the snowball storm rains down that area. You guys can all see where the snowballs are raining down, and it's pretty obvious that Abigail thinks she knows where it is. Who's next? Courtney? Courtney, you're not far from there either. You can't see it, but you know you're close.
Okay, I'll head in that direction.
Okay, so I need you to make either an acrobatics check or an athletics check to like it. Acrobatics, you're jumping over things to get there. Athletics, you're sort of like smashing through things to get there.
Let's do acrobatics.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to hop over a bunch of debris. You land, and you can see it. It does have some cover, but you can see it.
Do I still have enough action to do fairy fire to it?
Yeah, you can cast fairy fire this round. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So as long as you have it targeted, you do have to target it.
Just looking for it. Creature number 1, right?
Yep, unidentified creature number 1.
Alrighty.
And then your
My
I think-
actions.
I think under the spell it does have something to.
Oh,
There you go.
I don't know why it rolled 2.
Because it has magic resistance, so it gets
Oh.
advantage on your saving throw. And it was successful. It resists the cast of the fairy fire, so it does not glow. And that is your turn, Courtney. But you can still see it for the time being. Jade, same rules apply, Jade. You can make an athletics check or an acrobatics check to reach the creature this turn. You're good. You're there. You can see it too. It has partial cover from any attack you make on it. So you would just click the -2 if you're making a physical attack, or you tell me what you're doing.
I'm going to use steady aim.
Okay.
So I
What
give
does that
myself
give you?
advantage on the next attack roll on my
Okay.
turn.
Is steady aim an action, or is it a...
It's a bonus action.
Oh, bonus action. Nice. Okay.
So -2, but I get advantage.
Sounds good. What are you attacking with?
Short bow.
Your bow? Excellent.
Unless I'm within 5 feet.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You could be if you want to be, but if you want to use your bow, that's fine.
Well, if I can get right up on it, I'm going to get right up on it. Because I've
Get
got
right up on it, then.
Yeah. I'll use my bonus action instead to get up on it.
You don't have to use your bonus action. You would have had enough movement to get there. You
Oh,
made your
okay.
you made your acrobatics check. So like you hop over some of the debris and you see it, and like you're like, I can get to it, but it's still sort of like it's under some a box or a bit of a wall or something. So you can't. It gets minus. It still implies the -2, but you can totally make a melee attack on it.
Okay. Whoops, I didn't put that on the thing.
That's a hit. So go ahead and roll your damage. Nice.
Have you used your inspiration yet? You can add a d6 to that for damage.
It doesn't work on damage unless you're that hallway.
He's that kind of
Combat
bard.
Sweet.
college.
But I
Yeah.
did use
Nice.
it.
Oh,
So thank you. That's awesome. I'm glad to know that. I would have
Unless
saved
you're,
it.
oh, he's that kind of bard. Okay, this creature's gonna scurry. Mr. Squirrel is welcome to add commentary. It's his turn. He's certainly not going into combat. But this creature darts away from Jade, and she gets an attack of opportunity.
Just stand back. I'll just watch you. I don't want to cramp your style.
I got it.
Okay, this time it dies. You hear it scream and sort of convulse, and then its tail is lying limp.
All me. All me. Never mind you guys. All me.
I'm gonna come out with it on the end of my rapier,
Okay.
And I'm gonna go right up to Mr. Squirrel and hold it out to him. Be like, "Did you do this?"
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh yeah,
You just picked it up.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
From way over there.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
My
telepath.
my nuts of steel. I don't have to move. Boom!
I'm gonna like poke him with it.
Oh man, that thing's fucking stinking. What are you doing? Get away from me.
All bloody and yeah.
Oh, get away, get away.
Okay, at this point, the party can hear outside. Some people have gathered, and they're like, "Who went in there? Did they start a fire? Is there a fire in the workhouse?"
Eldritch Blast.
We just start killing villagers.
Does anybody recognize this little creature thing?
Again, it looks like an overgrown tadpole with little legs and clawed feet.
Maybe somebody in the village recognizes it. I have no idea what it is.
Are we still in combat or is it free movement?
You're out of combat.
Okay. So I'm gonna give my panther some scritches. You did so good. I'm so proud of you. And then go outside.
It rubs its big head against you and follows you wherever you're going. Because I'm pretty sure the bag says, like, it is loyal to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just like, hey, a random cat appeared.
A wild Pokemon has appeared.
So the party moves outside, and a small gathering of people from Dougan's Hole have gathered. Obviously, fishermen and such. And when you walk out, like they're not like they're all sort of clumped together, and they all have sort of like torches and pitchforks.
Oh, it's a lynch mob.
And all of them are disfigured or not quite. Like there's just something a little bit off on them.
Disfigured and related?
You can see a lot of people that look very similar to one another.
Yeah.
Welcome to my home village.
And in the distance, a banjo plays.
Dear, 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 dear.
My God, I feel right at home.
I'm gonna bring their rapier forward and show
And
them the
the
tadpole.
woman that you saw at the speaker's house, she's there as well.
So I guess this has been giving you a problem, and I kind of like wave it at them.
They all don't know what you're waving at them. Everyone is a little bit, aghast at what that creature on the end of your blade is. And as you're waving it around at them, like it just flink, it falls off onto the ground, makes a sort of a very soft and squishy and doesn't really, like, it doesn't move or bounce. And the speaker woman steps forward and gives it a bit of a kick, and it doesn't move.
Yeah, it's already dead. I was literally it was shish kebab.
She says, was this at Krista's house? You went with Krista?
You mean Crazy Eyes?
The kid?
Yes.
With the teeth and the eye?
Yeah, it was kind of.
There's two more there.
Yeah.
Alive?
No.
No.
There's only two people alive in the house.
And then you start to hear whispers go through the crowd, like, maybe this has something to do with the people that are missing, and so-and-so never returned from their trapping trip. Maybe this is what got them.
Does anybody else have any sort of itchy bumps or swelling? That's
There's
got
one
nothing
guy
to do
covered
with your.
in bumps. He's like, yeah.
Not
like on
you,
your
sir.
abdomen.
You're just ugly.
We'll call you Bumpy.
I mean, more
What's
on
his
their
name?
belly.
Bumpy Burgess.
Don't worry, I shall interject. Don't worry, good times people. I have single-handedly saved your village.
The people in the
From
village are like, the squirrel. The squirrel is talking? Is that what we're hearing?
Yes. And this is the strangest of the things that you may add, but never mind. I have single-handedly, with my lackeys, saved your village. from destruction from these bumpy motherfuckers.
I'm gonna play a heroic tune as he's doing that.
Oh, so you're gonna bardically play it up? Give me a performance check.
If there is anything else that may come to mind, please do interject. Other than that, free ale, I believe, is on the horizon. Nuts for me, thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Squirrel lets them in, and Courtney starts a jaunty little tune along with Mr. Squirrel that can only enhance his the way the villagers perceive him. At that point, the speaker comes over, unsure of whether to talk to Mr. Squirrel or the party. So she just sort of addresses all of you, and she says, "Perhaps you would return to my home, and we could discuss things further."
You might want to get Krista and her mum out of the house.
Send a grief counselor.
And maybe burn it to the ground in the process.
Give them a bath.
And bathe them.
She says the house is infected?
Not the house, just
all the men.
unfortunately
They were hosts.
Yeah. That thing was inside one of the boys.
She talks to a few
I
of the...
concur what she says.
Thank you, Mr. Squirrel.
She talks to a few of the townsfolk, and they go to take care of the house. She then escorts you back to the speaker's house and walks you in, and the house was built so that whoever was the speaker would be able to, there's an office portion. It's not just living quarters. So you walk in, and there's a bit of a room to sit down, and there's a number of chairs, and she motions for you to sit, and she says, I only have a little bit of wine, but you're welcome to it if you'd like it.
Do you have a bath?
Well, that's the other thing. When you come into this house, it's only a slight step above the house you just visited. There's still the smell of burning whale oil sticks to the walls. And you also notice that the house is not really that warm. And the room that you're in has a small fireplace that hasn't burned wood in probably some time. And just the smallest of burning whale oil can be seen in the heater. She says, I apologize. And as you look about and see these things, she says, I apologize. The town's supply of oil has almost run out. We alternate evenings, one night of burning versus one night of no heat. We're hoping Oral will take this as a sign of sacrifice and hardiness and put an end to this winter.
Or you could trade with...
Get some water and a towel for you to clean up with.
Thanks.
She leaves the room and comes back with a few pitchers of water, and a washing bowl, and some towels that are clean but are stained, and puts those down. And you can tell that her as she puts them down, her hands, the two fingers, like these fingers, these two, they're fused on both hands.
Like
webbed?
They grew together.
Oh.
So she puts the bowls down and then moves to a chair, and she says, I'm Edgra Durmut, Speaker of Durgan's Hall, and I welcome you to my home, as meager as it is. I did not expect tonight to be as eventful. Today, actually, I shouldn't say tonight. Today to be as eventful, because it's really not. It's not it only took you about 4 hours to get here. She says, what brings you... Surely this is not why you came to Dougan's Hole.
No, not precisely, but there was a red comet or something in the sky that passed over
Yes,
this way.
About a week ago.
Yes, and we were tracking that.
We witnessed it as well.
Have any of your people found it?
Not to my knowledge.
I think that family might have found it.
If I remember correctly, that family were attacked by what they claimed was a large toad in the wastes to the west. This is not where we saw that meteor go down.
Oh, okay. So you got
And
some
that
of it.
was and the attack that caused their wounds, that was months ago.
Yes.
almost 3 months ago.
Well, if it was a giant frog, and those were tadpoles, they basically had a gestation period of 2 months. And I look at Lander again.
Yeah, sounds about right.
We have had people go missing.
Heading for the meteor, or that way?
No, just hunting and trapping in the area. They wouldn't. The meteor fell in the mountains. I don't think they would be up that way. We assume, though. I mean, times have been hard. This village is on its last leg. I don't know that it will survive another month or two.
I'm assuming you haven't considered moving.
Or sending someone to the next village to make contact.
The people of this village have a reputation with other people here in 10 towns, and we live our lives perhaps a little differently than elsewhere.
I'm starting to get that, but you're going to stop living pretty damn soon.
I understand that it's not much better in other places, that firewood is reaching its limits. I'm not sure what their oil supplies are like. We're almost out.
Gene Pool's a lot deeper, though.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
She looks at you with a great deal of contempt.
She looks at me with contempt.
Yeah. She is
Okay.
not that remark.
Web fingers.
I
She
mean,
said-
we're not wrong.
You.
I'm lawful. I have to speak the truth.
She says, the people of Dougan's Hole are
Spending too much time in the hole.
all family, so to speak.
Maybe
Fondly.
that's why you're having such a trouble.
We've existed for many, many years.
We can tell.
You're welcome to stay the night here in my home.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that at least.
And I wish you luck in the mountains if that's where you're headed.
Do you know of any healers in the area?
No. No. What sort of healing do you think these people would need?
When you say these people, what do you mean? That sounds.
Well, these infected people. Assuming
I would
assuming
assume.
we find them.
I'm guessing it would be like a disease, or I don't know.
When I opened
Really
the
big
boy,
tapeworm.
yes, when I opened the boy, it was literally in a birthing sac. The thing, it was inside of like an amniotic sac. So, if you catch it early enough, you might be able to remove it without actually killing the host. And I look at Lander again.
Yeah. Uh huh.
I
need a healer.
You need surgery.
She says,
You're not doing it.
You'll be fine.
she goes over and takes a corked flask, unpops it, and pours a very little bit of oil into the burner in the fireplace, puts the cork back in place, and she says, your wash water, your fire, I'll bid you adieu until tomorrow. I have some things to attend to.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
With that, she doesn't close the door behind her or anything. She just walks out. You hear her footsteps down the hallway, and she goes into another room and closes the door behind her.
I'll take a chair and make sure she doesn't come back out. Brace the door.
I've been like washing this whole time,
Yes.
and I've got the
Yes.
panther kind of like licking my face and licking my
Oh,
tail to help me
God.
clean.
Give it a taste for human blood.
And tadpole amniotic fluid, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess
So-
I'll start cleaning my armor.
You guys clean yourself up.
The whole
Well,
time
it's probably
I'm
better than being
glaring,
gory for the rest of my life.
glaring at
Guys,
Lander.
do I need cleaned? I look pretty clean. Like,
You stayed in the closet. You're fine.
okay, can anybody see like anything on my tail? Like, is there literally anything on there
It's very
that
bushy.
needs removed?
It's rather
Yeah, but,
impressive,
like,
actually.
But I'm talking about like any
It's impeccable.
what she said, like burn neotic fluid. Is there like anything on there? You know, anything that you can see? Is there anything that is on there that shouldn't be on there? That's all I'm asking.
No,
Yes,
do you want some?
There's lots. I think we should burn it off.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't see that, so yeah. Okay. I am going to go over here and play solitaire.
So the squirrel moves away from you. At that, the door opens, and the woman and her daughter, Krista, and her mum enter the room. Krista is leading her mum. Her mum, no words. A few other townspeople, and they walk her. They sort of walk through the room you're in and down the hall, and you can hear they're being made comfortable. They're finding somewhere for them to stay. And from outside of your window, not too far away, you can see the glow of torches, and well, you assume that's about to get started. There's as the people that bring the mother and her daughter in, they sort of just get them in a room into the speaker's house where they can rest and sort of recuperate. And then as they're walking by you, they're like, if we're burning that house down, you better be sure we're distributing that wood to people in town, and that sort of thing is being discussed.
No, you're burning the wood.
They look at you and sort of sneer and just keep on walking.
I'll follow them out and I'll make sure that place burns to the fucking ground.
Okay, you can see that they have three wooden caskets outside of the house, and they've brought
Waste of wood to save that wood. If you want to distribute wood.
They've brought the boys' bodies out and put them into those things. Yeah, when you take a look at the caskets, you're not sure they haven't been used before.
Ooh.
Like, it's just a transportation container to get them to wherever they're going to bury or burn them.
You're burning the bodies in the house.
They look at you, they're like, they're dead.
You don't know much about how infection spreads, do you?
We're going to bury them.
No.
I judge them for saying bury and not bury.
I feel like you're judging me. There's at least a half a dozen to a dozen and a half people moving about the house. People are starting to tear down planks off the walls, and
I only got to kill 2 or 3 for the rest of them to scatter.
They're not paying you any attention.
I'll just start Eldritch blasting the walls. Not hitting anyone, but knocking the house down.
Okay. You let a couple Eldritch blasts go, and it doesn't take much for part of the house to sort of topple over on itself. And a few of them, step back. They wait for you to finish blasting, and then when you haven't blasted for a moment,
No, I'm going to continue blasting while I start igniting with my flint and tinder and whatever. And
okay. As you move in to burn the house, they step in on you. The 12 dozen or so people. They're like, "You can't burn it here. There's people freezing to death in this town. We need this wood."
You've got 30 boats and a big warehouse not being used. That can be rebuilt when things thaw. This is all infected and needs to be burned. Or the
We
village
are going to
could die.
burn it in our fireplaces.
No, you know what? Not my problem.
You're right.
You
It's not your
wanna-
problem. Move
Yeah.
along.
Who's going to make me?
Well, if you wish to fight
Come
us. They're all looking at one another. You can tell that they're probably not up for a fight.
I don't
But
want to
they're
fight
all-
you. I just
they're
want a
also-
little respect.
They're not going to let this house burn and not be used for some type of warmth for this winter. You can noticeably see people and they're staying people are noticeably shivering from the cold. You have a feeling that this will go south if you push the point. They're not going to give up all the wood in this house to not be burnt in fireplaces.
Fair enough.
With that said, you're
I'm out.
welcome to do as you
No.
please.
It's not worth the effort.
Okay. So everyone's back at the speaker house?
Second lander comes back, I pounce him.
Okay.
You.
I kiss her right back.
I don't think that's the pounce you're looking for.
Oh, sorry. I miss mixed signals.
The panther pounces with her.
Okay, it's a kitty cuddle.
You have that in you.
I'm not going to say no.
We need to get it out.
Yeah?
Off with the armor then.
Are you a
Oh,
healer?
for the armor.
You saw how good I did that little...
He died.
Yeah, he was gonna die anyway.
Don't worry, I'll just bring you back.
Yes, a skeleton. No thanks. Can
I'll
we
leave the fleshy bits.
can we maybe find a healer? But we have another month. Can we find a healer? If we don't find a healer in 2 weeks, you can cut me.
You're the healer.
Yeah, but I need more levels.
I don't know what that means.
I laid hands on myself. Don't take this the wrong way, and nothing happened.
I lay hands on myself every night.
The swelling. I laid hands on myself, and the swelling didn't go down. If you know what I'm saying.
Alright.
He needs help with a professional.
I need professional hands laid on me.
How long has it been?
It's been about a month.
A week. 1
2.
week. 1 week.
Or 2.
1.
This body is a temple.
Yeah, and it's infected.
Temple of Doom.
We need to find Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones!
Dr. Jones. Sorry, wrong sound. Sorry.
Who gave wine to the squirrel?
Okay.
This
So-
place is called the Redwater.
So, I don't think anybody lost hit points or anything, right?
I did,
maybe, but you got healed.
I've got
You've
two.
taken the equivalent of a short rest if you'd like to spend any hit dice.
No, I'm fine with 2
Okay, so
wounds.
let me just go through and put a short rest on here, though, because some people's abilities will recharge.
Oh wait, no, I'll just use my warlock spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, do that.
Okay, so target myself,
I'll do that before I click the short rest.
and then I'll use Pact Magic for Cure Wounds.
There you go.
There. All right.
How come that didn't add your wisdom? What is your
I don't
wisdom
know.
bonus?
Should be charisma for his spellcaster.
Should be Charisma.
Oh, okay, charisma. Yeah.
My Charisma is 19, so it should be.
Should be more than that. Okay, that's okay. I've done the short rest, so don't worry about your spell slot. What would the so are we heading to the mountain?
The Misty Mountains, yeah.
Okay. Let's get that map back up. Do you guys still have it up?
Which one?
The main map?
Yeah.
The Icewind Dale player map? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, just out of curiosity, what would be the best town to find a competent healer in?
The biggest town in 10 towns is Bryn Shander.
Bryn Shander. So we should maybe head there at some point in the next week. Or 2. Just saying. I don't want to get cut.
Yeah, you probably have your best chance of finding a caster for something like that in Bryn Shander.
I'm assuming I'm going to need like a restoration or lesser restoration or something, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
This is true. This is true. You are not a doctor.
Oh, Abby's
Okay.
got a healer's kit. I'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that'll take care of
I
it.
was just programming it.
I have my doctorate in poetry.
Okay.
Sorry
So
to interject, ladies and gentlemen, but because of this cold weather, I feel like I need to sleep. So, for the foreseeable until we maybe reach warmer climates or I've had a decent sleep, I am going to be half asleep and not as not as vocal as I has been. Has been. So
I'll tuck
So
you under
make
my
sure
coin
you-
purse and carry you. You'll be fine.
Oh, God.
Make sure you take me with you and don't let Jade leave me behind.
I
And
wouldn't
I
leave you
shall-
behind.
Fuck off.
You fuck off. I'll turn you into a mitten.
No, until the next time I'm here. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.
goodbye, Mr. Squirrel.
Yeah. We'll miss you.
Oh my god.
You have no idea.
Oh, that was fantastic.
So, the party has taken a short rest, heading for the mountains now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you head for the mountain. Mountains, Gandalf. Mountains. Give me one moment here. Gotta bring something up. So as you guys pass out of town, like there's no goodbye or anything. The people of Dougan's Hole are kind of like, well, there's another group of people on their way.
Yeah, because we don't want to fuck them.
Yikes. All right. Who's leading the party out into the snowy wastes between here and the mountain?
I will be sneaky ahead.
Sneaky, sneaky?
Sneaky.
All right. Jade, can you give me a perception check at disadvantage? As you guys make your way out across the snowy wastes, that wind has picked up.
Do I still have my panther?
Yes, you do. I think
Okay.
he stays for a day, doesn't he? 24 hours?
I think it's dawn that it resets.
Okay.
But let me double check.
you trying to get Cure Wounds working properly?
Yeah, I think I got it now.
I wonder why it didn't work properly though.
It didn't have when I went into the click the magnifying glass. It didn't have. It just had. I had to click it a second time, and it just had. Instead of having a stat, it just had base. So I just changed it to charisma,
Bless you.
Oh, okay.
and that gave me the +4.
Good stuff. Okay, that works.
Oh, okay.
How do I minimize again?
Minimize what?
A map.
Right click minimize.
Why wouldn't there just be a minimize button? I mean,
And my DC should be on charisma too. I'm gonna change these.
If you go to preparation, you can actually, on the entire, like it says spells, warlock, you can click the magnifying glass and change the entire category.
Okay, because it would be the same for both. Okay, so where's preparation?
down at the bottom, there's a button that you can click.
Oh,
multiple
mode
times.
standard. Gotta go to preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Preparation H.
Preparation
Okay,
H.
could you give me a perception check? Thank you. Well, you did really good.
You perceived.
Even with disadvantage. Look at you. Kitty
Sweet.
cat.
So the panther disappears at dawn, and that's when the bag resets as well.
All right, fair enough. So as you and the panther are moving along, I should have maybe given you a regular roll, but with the panther's help. But you did really well, anyways. The panther starts to growl, and you sort of think you saw something in the drifting snow ahead move. Maybe maybe under the light of the aurora. And do you have dark vision?
No. Oh, yes, I do. 60. 60 feet of
Okay,
dark
so
vision.
sort of like right at the limits of your dark vision.
Okay.
Something not small, something large moved.
Okay. I will...
You're a few hours from Dougan's hole right now, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get closer to see, but I'll have the panther stay behind to kind of like stop the other people from moving forward.
Okay. So you guys have been moving along, and everything's been going fine, and suddenly Jade sort of becomes on the alert. And we're going to... give me a moment. So if I want to push everybody over onto the map, I can't do that, right? I have to drag and drop everyone one at a time?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay.
I haven't found a more efficient way yet.
And is this one of the maps we've got open, or one you're gonna open up for
One
us?
I am going to open for you. So
Okay.
just I'm going to get everything placed here. Is that... Can I do that? Can I place everything and then reveal it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm never
100%.
quite sure with this. Can we say Mr. Squirrel is riding with Courtney? Is that okay?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ride or die.
I now think that each week we should make Mr. Squirrel a little bit
With a guest voice.
of a schizo, and every week we just grab someone else to come on and voice Mr. Squirrel.
I
think
like
that
it.
Love
could be
it.
that could be absolutely hysterical. Because that was so much
Definitely.
fun having is it Highlander?
Highlander, yeah.
I mean, first of all, just the squirrel being Scottish. Pretty fucking amazing.
Wait, he was Scottish?
Yeah.
I thought he was South
plays in
African.
my-
Oh, shut up. He's doing...
He plays in my Friday games
Nice.
when he's not out on the rigs.
Okay. And then the Panther's there, and Jade is up a bit. You said you were holding the Panther back to sort of tell the party stop there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have to find... I made my very own encounter here, people, so... Those of you who know I've been struggling with this program, it's all about to change.
Yeah.
I stumbled on maps. I originally was trying to get a map of that little house that we were at, but then I couldn't get it to work, so we went We went all the Mind's Eye Theater. And hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So now I share this map, right? And we should all be here.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's showing the one creature, isn't it? If I want to keep him hidden, let me find out.
You can right-click tokens and make them invisible.
I thought they were invisible.
If they're on the combat tracker, and we don't see them, they are invisible.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm just gonna try to share this right now. Did that work? Can people see a snowy,
Yep.
Yeah.
a snowy wintry wonderland? Okay. So right now I've got Jade about 15 feet ahead of the party, and Jade, the thing you saw was sort of to the northwest, so up towards the top left of the map is where you saw the thing move about.
Okay, I will get closer. But
Okay.
staying low and blending in because I am a snow leopard in my natural
Okay.
habitat.
So make a stealth check for me. You can... Advantage, you rolled fine. Okay. Are we past our time? When do we normally end session?
I don't know. I don't
About
watch
30
the clock.
minutes. We usually finish around 11, don't we?
Yeah.
8 to 11?
Are you good for 30 minutes, Agni?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I just have a computer job to do, and I was giving them my time frame.
Okay. And how far are you going to move ahead there, Jade? You tell me. So you've got like 30 feet of movement, because I assume you're not really hustling it to stay hidden.
No, I'm not. And how far ahead? You said it was just on the outside of my dark vision? Or just at the edge of it?
Yes.
Okay, I will move 30 up towards it then.
Okay. I'm gonna put you here.
Okay.
So the party sees Jade sort of disappear. There's like the snow is not always flat, right? There's just like the map shows, there's sort of peaks in that, and you see her making her way forward sneakily.
Snowplow walls.
Snowplow walls, exactly. And Jade spots a creature doing basically the same thing she is, and it's just over the next thing.
Stealth
So
off.
we're gonna roll initiative here.
It saw me?
No, it hasn't seen you yet, but I'm gonna
Okay.
roll the initiative anyways to get the order down. Okay. So show. See.
Oh, fuck. That looks like a red toad to me.
Initiative. Okay. So this is right now the surprise round. The rest of the party can't see this creature, but Jade has spotted it. And even for the party, Jade has gone out of sight. She's somewhere out there. You can't see her. So Jade, what would you like to do?
I'm not going to fight it.
It's hunched down really low. Although it's a toad-like creature, its sort of hands and claws indicate to you that it is much more dexterous and able to manipulate things with its hands. It's more bipedal than toad, if that makes sense.
Okay. I will...
and you think it's probably seen the party, but you don't think it realizes you've come as close as you have. It's
Okay.
definitely looking in the party's direction.
Okay. I'm going to back up to here.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to let us move our tokens, though. I do it all the time. So.
Oh, I gotta unlock tokens. Sorry,
Yep.
there you go. Okay, so you slink back over the hills. You can, I'm gonna say the party can now see you, even though you're stealthed. You know, they're looking for you and they spot you.
And I make a face like a toad.
With a cat face, that is very hard.
I was
That is
probably
challenging.
a triangle face.
And then I point over to where it is.
Is Jade winking at me again?
No. No, I'm pretty sure that's not what she's doing.
Well, she did pounce on me last time. I'm confused now.
I know, it's mixed messaging. I agree, but no.
Payback for
she's-
spooning me.
Your point.
You asked
Jade,
me to spoon you.
I
Jade
did
is
not!
pointing somewhere out into the snow.
All right, I head in that direction.
Okay. So let's just keep moving through everyone's initiative here and giving everyone a turn. Cost can go. I can tell you that Cost will have difficulty flying. The wind has picked up that much.
Okay.
So,
half-
just half movement. Consider it difficult terrain.
Okay.
I should say, you know what? Let's have some fun with this. So if Cost is moving up on the map or north on the map, that's against the wind, and that will be half movement. And if Cost is moving down the map or south, we'll give Cost a free dash action.
Okay. So what about sideways?
We'll consider that difficult terrain as well.
Okay. So we'll get him over here.
So
Just so we keep
as
an eye on
he
the
starts
party.
to fly, I mean, it literally looks like as the wind is playing havoc. Mr. Squirrel is going to crouch down on the shoulder of Courtney. And Lander, it's your turn.
I'll move there, and I'll have an Eldritch Blast ready if anything comes into range.
Yeah, do you want to give me a perception check at disadvantage?
Sure.
Are you human?
No, I'm Aasimar, Fallen Aasimar.
So you have 60 feet of vision, right?
Yes.
Okay. You
Disadvantage.
don't have to give me disadvantage then. Just give me.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, give me disadvantage. Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Make up my mind.
I know.
Perception. That starts with a P. There it is.
Yes, it does. The last time.
And of course, I've got the map covering my dice tower, so I've already got the dice picked up. I'm just going to throw it in chat and close my eyes so I don't see what it is.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you're successful, you'll see it. You can make it out. It's a lump. It's obviously above the other snowdrifts. At this range, it looks like a rock.
But it's red.
You can't tell its color.
But I see something out there.
Yeah. Dark vision
Okay.
doesn't see things in color.
Okay. I point.
Are we attacking it?
Is it within... What's my range on Eldritch Blast? Actions. I should know this. I'm a terrible warlock.
Did you check the range?
120 feet.
Yeah, and according to this, you're 55 feet from it.
Well, then I'm going to Eldritch Blast it.
Okay, go ahead and attack. And, yeah, go ahead and attack. And I want you to... never mind.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I wish I could add the modifier to your attack before you roll, but... Let's see here.
That would be nice.
That hit, dude. So go ahead and roll me some damage. Okay. So you blast it, and it now knows that it's been made. Okay. So let's end your turn then, and it's still in the surprise phase. Well, actually, it's not surprised. Is there something Jade would like to do right now? And then I'm going to give the creature its turn. Because it doesn't know where Jade is, but it knew where the party was. So when Lander sort of blasts it, it now realizes it's been made. It's going to take its turn. So Jade can take a turn, though, here, out of order, just to...
I'm going to shoot it.
Do I have a flag, or can we keep the flag where it is?
The flag.
As a bonus action, I'm going to curse it as well for when I get into melee.
Okay. Go ahead and attack it, and you should give yourself advantage.
Oh yeah, you can drag the flag and drop it on the little circle next to each person. Or I think you can just click the circle.
Doesn't really matter because we're gonna keep going with it, right? So with advantage, that hit. Okay, so it was what was it that you shot? Your bow?
Yep.
So you compensate for the wind, you shoot the arrow, and boom, it hits it, and it sinks into the creature. And then this creature begins to move. As it bounds across the snow, and it's sort of running on two, and occasionally, on all fours, and then back on two legs again. Lander, I would like you to give me a wisdom saving throw, as your unclear memory of everything that occurred sort of comes back to you, and this is indeed the creature that did the thing to you on that fateful night. Okay, you're not paralyzed with fear, and as well, how does this ability work? Does it do it automatically?
I don't know. That would depend on.
Okay,
the
I don't want to
ability.
give anything away, but Agni, does or
whatever
Alfie,
my name
Alfie
is.
for this, yeah. I'm trying to figure out which name to use for you.
Doesn't matter.
If a creature has regeneration,
on its turn, it will automatically proc.
at the beginning of its turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if it did or not, but we'll say it did. All right, so it gets to there, and then it's going to take... it's going to take a dodge action. I'm not sure I know how to do that, though. Is there a way to apply a... We're just going to remember that if you attack it now, you're at disadvantage.
Okay.
That'll make things easier. And that's its turn. So it's Abigail's turn.
I can't see it, can
I?
I don't have dark vision.
No, you can see it silhouetted on the horizon, but it's going to be disadvantaged to attack regardless for you.
Okay.
But you can see a shape moving towards you. At this point, you wouldn't be able to know too much about it.
Okay, so I'm gonna move to about... Oh, bloody hell, I grabbed the map instead. Hey, come back.
Come back!
Bloody hell. I'm gonna move right about there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna Scorcher it.
You're going to use a Scorcher on it? Okay. So it needs to be a saving throw, but it gets advantage because it's a dex save, right?
I'll just
Oh,
roll
you
it
know
for
what? It'll do
advantage.
it anyways. It's got magic resistance, so just go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Okay. So it made its save.
So half damage.
Yes. Will it take damage resistance into it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't need to worry about that. Cool. Your Scorcher lights up the night.
Yay.
Can I have everybody, when the Scorching Ray does that, can everybody please give me a... Oh, no. Never mind. That's fine. Panther's turn. Unless Agni's doing anything else.
Nope.
Okay. Panther's turn.
Does it have 50 feet of... I can't tell. What?
It has 50 feet of movement.
6, 7, 8.
And if 20 feet of that is in a straight line to its target, it can do the pounce attack.
Yeah, I think it's 1 shy.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, no. No, it's not. It's 45. I can
Okay.
math. I know math.
So does it charge and pounce on this creature?
It absolutely does.
So we just need to make sure that you do roll with disadvantage because of the dodge action. But you can go ahead and make a pounce attack. I think a pounce gives it towards a creature and then hits with a claw attack on the same turn. So it has to hit with its claw first.
Yeah.
So it makes a claw attack, and then if that happens, we go with the pounce. I get it. So claw at disadvantage. That hit.
That's a good roll.
Mm-hmm. Very good roll.
And then
Okay.
it does the saving throw.
Yep.
Save.
And it's a strength check. It did make it save.
Yep,
So
so
it's-
because it's saved, it doesn't get the actual bite.
Yeah, it doesn't go prone and doesn't get a bite attack
Yeah.
on it. Okay.
Oh, I rolled the wrong damage die. I'm sorry.
Why?
Because it was a D4, not a D6.
Oh, okay. So roll the d4 and I'll see if the damage is... I can just adjust it, right?
Same damage.
Same damage, so we're just going to leave it as is.
All right.
It's now on to... Should be Courtney's turn, maybe?
It should be.
It's
Thanks,
Courtney's turn.
paperback.
Okay.
You're all
So
set.
can I move diagonal through squares?
Oh, we should move the panther to here. Yes,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can move
sorry. I
diagonally.
can't move it.
Okay.
Oh, you can't?
No.
I'm gonna come over and give Lander a little pat on the back and bardically inspire him and tell him he can do this.
Yes.
That weird thing got nothing on you, buddy. And then one,
All right, just so
4,
you know,
5, 6.
only one
I'll
creature
cast
card can
Fairy
be played
Fire
a day.
on it.
So,
Okay, cool.
Uh,
Make sure you have it targeted and give it the fairy fire.
oh, I do. I certainly do.
It says "fuck your fairy fire."
Fuck.
no, I failed.
Did it?
Yep.
Its save was 9 against
pardon
DC
me.
13.
Pardon me. I'm reading failure and going.
I did the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
it too.
So it does have fairy fire on it. So can you add that? Oh, I think you just added that effect. Perfect. Well done, Harry.
Thanks. Be right back. Just gonna drink.
Jade, your turn. This
I
thing is
have
very
advantage.
large. Like it's as big as a. It's as big as a ogre.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
Okay.
Oof. That could have been bad.
Oh, that could have been very bad.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Nice.
And then
Nice
I'm
roll.
going to. Yeah, great.
Trolling.
113. And I'm
So
going to move
maybe
back here and hide behind
open
this snowbank.
Maybe open up the roll. If chat wants me to open up windows so people can see rolls, let me know. Like, would you prefer to see the rolls? I think I know the answer to this question, but that was nice. Okay, so it's Koth's turn. If he would like to flutter about, Mr. Squirrel, Lander.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to use my Pact Magic to cast Thunderous Smite. I have to target myself for that, don't I? So I'm figuring out this
You, sir.
casting stuff.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna, guys in chat, I'm gonna change this up a bit so we can see the rolls and that. Jeff, you keep doing what you're doing.
So that's my bonus action. I cursed him last round, so I don't have to do that. I'm just going to take my move. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I am going to whack him with my Hex Longsword.
Nice.
So that is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
So now I got to do damage for the Longsword. And then I got to do... Oh, that I guess I just added the thunder to it. So there, 21 damage.
21?
Yeah, 7
Wow.
from the sword and another 8 from the Thunderous Smite.
Very nice.
Oh, and it needs to do a strength check. Hold on. Where's that? Back to Thunderous Smite.
Inspiration damage.
Oh, you know what? I just did that all to myself because I'm an idiot. I didn't target the thing.
So just a moment. I can drag that damage over and drop it on him, right?
Yes, please.
Do I drop it on his
Or
token?
can I do that too? Can I do that in the combat window? Or does it have to be him?
Hold on. Don't both of us do it. I'm doing it.
Yeah. Okay, you do it. I forgot that I was targeted for the...
Yeah. And then I'm going to... How many hit points had you been wounded prior to the battle?
I was at 0.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, so now I have to... Okay, I've got him targeted now. And I
So
gotta
sorry, you
untarget
run
myself.
up and you thunderous smite his ass.
Yeah, and then I
Kaboom.
gotta do the strength check part to knock him prone and knock him 10 feet back.
Yeah. Which you should be able to drop on him, right?
Oh wait, no, sorry, he's not prone. I gotta hit that first. I apologize. So he's not prone. So I gotta take that prone off of him.
I can take that off him.
Jeez, it's like I've never done this before. Oh wait, I haven't.
I can take prone off.
No
That's
judging.
good. I think everybody's been doing a much better job on our combat tracker and everything. So
And that's my turn, so I will.
So don't give yourself a hard time. That's good.
Well, if I don't, nobody else would.
Okay, cool. So we're now moving to the... Oh, it's his turn.
Was I supposed to have advantage on that attack? Did I have advantage on that attack?
You did have advantage on it, yeah.
Oh wait, I have Bardic Inspiration too. I'm going to use that for more damage.
Okay, go
That's
ahead.
a D6.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I just roll that, and then you'll add the damage.
Yep.
Take another 3, mister. Thank you, Courtney.
Cha!
All right.
And
So
now, yes.
the first attacker that was on it was the Panther. So I'm going to have him attack the Panther now.
No, my kitty.
With his first claw as a hit. And then the save has to go on it. And then second claw is a hit. No, sorry, second claw attack on the Panther. And damage for that claw. It's then going to try to bite Lander.
Bring it. I'll bite it back.
Hit.
Yep.
So Lander takes a bite. And we're now on to
Abigail.
Abigail's turn.
Ray of sickness.
Nice. That was a very
Really?
bad roll. Why did you roll with... You rolled with advantage and still only got that.
I know.
Thanks for rubbing it in, Jeremy.
Are you done, Abigail?
Now
Are you
sit down
moving?
in the snow and pout.
I would too.
It's okay. I'll get him next time.
But we went too far. Panther.
Ooh.
Crit.
You're welcome, Offie.
60% of the time, it crits every time.
Nice. Does it have a multi-attack?
Damn it. No, it doesn't have a multi-attack unless the creature
Okay.
becomes prone.
I almost knocked it prone.
But it
Almost.
doesn't get that prone attack unless it pounces, right? So,
Oh, right.
and to get that, it would have had to run 20 feet. That's okay, though.
My bad. It failed anyway, so it's fine.
Offie's always cheating.
That's what I do.
So I would like everyone in the party to make a perception check for me.
There's more coming.
Damn, Courtney, you perceptive as fuck.
Okay. Courtney.
I'm wise in the ways of science.
Is
Courtney,
that a vicious mock?
you see movement coming from sort of the southwest.
Can I discern like shapes or anything like that, or?
It's something large like what you're fighting.
Okie doke.
And it will not be here though for another round. Like it's definitely, you see it like come up and over a snow dune and then you lose it again, and then it's up over another snow dune and then you lose it again as it's dropping into these valleys.
But it's a coming.
Let's see. Somebody else saw that too. Lander, you catch a glimpse of it as well.
All right, I run northeast.
Sky for the southwest. I run northeast. Okay, so now it is. Where are we for turns? We're Courtney's turn.
Yeah. Okay, I am gonna viciously mock this this toad for not getting fairy fired.
Oh, it is fairy fired.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay, good.
Totally is. It's glowing.
Then I'm gonna mock it for being dumb.
For being dumb. You are dumb, sir.
You're a dumb toad. Okay, here we go.
Well, that did not work.
Do I get advantage on it for?
Do you get what?
Do I get advantage on it for fairy fire?
No, not for a. If you were shooting a bow or something, you would.
Damn it. All right.
All right.
Good old Courtney.
Moving anywhere, Courtney?
I'm gonna stay still.
Okay. Jade, your turn.
I'm gonna pop out of the snowbank like a daisy and shoot.
Papa! Ooh, almost a crit.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
And then I'm gonna hide
Okay.
behind this one.
Make your hide check.
That scared me.
Can you see that roll?
Nope.
You've done better.
Oh no.
He's gonna take the help action.
Help action? Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Squirrel does not help. Mr. Squirrel continues to sit on Courtney's shoulder, and he's terrified of this massive toad. Lander, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I'll just make sure I've got it targeted, which I don't. So I've already picked up the dice. I'll just put it on the combat tracker.
You can drop it right on him too.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
That's not a 19. That's a 15, right?
No, you got a 19
Yeah.
in total.
Yeah. 'Cause if I get a 19 or 20, it's a crit. Whether he's got the curse on. So I'm just trying to remember.
Oh, do you have the curse on him?
Yes.
I didn't think you did.
Yeah, I did it as a bonus action the first turn when I Eldritch Blast.
Okay. It's not on him though. Do we not have something that should be on him when you do? Doesn't matter.
Oh, so I said I did it. I guess I never clicked the button. Dirt.
That's fine. Put it on him and then roll the damage.
There. It's applied to him.
It's applied to him. Now I'll roll the damage. There.
Nice.
He wasn't targeted.
Was he not targeted?
He was.
How did? So I guess when I
drag and
click,
drop it on him.
when I click the Hexblade's curse, it untargeted him for some reason. I'm confused. Because I had him.
Okay,
I
so
quit.
it's his turn.
Yeah.
So you can see, Lander, you can see his wounds. Literally, just this rubbery flesh sort of begins to knit itself back together as you attack. He again is going to do 2 claws at the panther, and then one at Lander. And it just disappeared on me. Come back. There you go. Okay.
I'll yell to the party that the thing's healing.
It's healing. So with that, the poor panther goes poof. He then turns on Lander with a claw. Missed. And bites Lander as well. Miss. Well done, Lander. Your armor is holding.
Yay.
Okay. So it's now Abigail's turn.
I'm gonna Ray of Sickness. Did Lander use cost help action advantage?
I didn't.
No.
No.
Well, wait a
Can
minute.
I?
If you're asking if he rolled with advantage, he did because
Because of the fairy fire.
Fairy fire is allowing for advantage
Okay.
anyway.
I forgot.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's no problem. That's no problem. So it is being added in.
Okay. That was lucky.
That's a hit.
Hacked.
Hacks. Panther we can remove, right? Because he's dead.
Whoa,
Back into the ether.
you never
And
up like that.
with this turn, a second one of these large toads appear. At the end of its turn, it had to dash to get to where it is, but it's in the bottom left of the screen.
I see it.
I'm trying to get my battle map to show everybody. It's not cooperating. Anyway, there we go. That's not bad. If I can keep the map like this, that's not bad. Oh, see, when you shrink the map size, it adjusts where the map sits. You son of a gun. Okay, there we go.
You'll see 3 little dots at the top. If you click it, it'll drop down a control window. Click
Mhm.
zoom to fit, and it'll do its best to fit it inside your size.
Okay. That's okay. It's good. It's good. Courtney, you
Okay.
hear a large sort of loud sort of croak as another one of these large red toads has reached the battlefield. What would you like to do, sir? Mr. Squirrel's like, "Oh no! I know another fucking toad."
I'm gonna move this way to get away from the toady toad. And I'm going to use a bonus action and inspire myself for once. And then once I've become inspired, I'm going to use Shatter on the toad.
The new one or the one we're fighting?
The one we're fighting.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty.
So go ahead and roll damage. I think it'll apply just half, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll add my Bardic Inspiration to my damage.
I don't know if you can. I think that might have to be melee damage.
Oh.
Let me check that for you quickly. Skills, main abilities. Bardic Inspiration might not be under your Bardic Inspiration though, because I don't know that it has your College of Valor. That's what I'm looking for. Combat Inspiration. Well, when you join the College of Valor at 3rd level, you can creatures that have Bardic Inspiration dice. Give them. Okay, they can add the roll of that die and add the number rolled to weapon damage, not spell damage.
Oh, how silly.
So that blast goes off. It made its saving throw. It's also resistant to thunder damage, and you think that your shatter spell was very ineffective on it.
Okay.
And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. Tune in next time to see if the toads win in the snow, or if the party wins. I hope everybody had a good time tonight.
I got a tummy ache.
I hope it was a little creepy. The plan was to have it be a little creepy in Dougan's hole. And
It was very creepy.
I told you it's a dirty, smelly place, Dougan's hole.
And maybe more will come of these red toads. Who knows? Who knows?
I hope
Games coming up. We have Affy has her book club game tomorrow night, which is pretty kick-ass, actually. And I didn't mean to sound surprised on that. I guess what I meant to say was, for a homebrew setting, I think you'll enjoy it. I think it offers, yeah. I wasn't sure what to expect when I tuned in.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what to expect when I tuned in, but I've watched a couple sessions and I like, well, you know what? When I heard it was a homebrew off of a book, if the book is not of your liking, then maybe you don't like the adventure. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think if people like jump over and check it out, I think you're gonna like it. And then Agni, do you have a game tomorrow night?
I do.
On your channel?
No, Thursday. No.
Thursday?
Friday.
No. Friday.
Mr.
And then-
Squirrel. The voice from Mr. Squirrel plays on Friday.
Does he really?
Yeah.
So Friday on Agni's channel, more D&D, and then we're back Sunday, of course, with... Wait a minute. Affy, do you have something going on Saturday?
I've got my offline game on Saturdays.
Oh, it's not on... Okay,
Yeah.
Never mind. I was like, wait a minute, I'm forgetting something.
It's super old school on Google Sheets.
Check out Affy's channel tomorrow, and check out Agni's channel on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm back on Sunday to run more saltwater shenanigans. Let's raid somebody. Shall we raid somebody?
Yep. I dropped the name in chat.
Y'all of goats.
Okay,
guys.
This better be this.
Thanks for
this better
joining,
be better than last
everybody.
time.
Thank you so much for joining. Hope you had fun.
I know we did. Thanks.
We certainly did. Okay, I don't have the name. Where's the name?